let's see how this goes. Yep. Summer of 2020. I made it. I'm so grateful. Gosh, I have so many emotions about summer of 2020, but I also miss the summer because it showed me a lot. It showed me the strength I had within me, as well as my perseverance and how resilient I am, and how I really chose to just go at my day and the next day and the day after that, as well as the kind of things I chose to do to make my life and my day more of an adventure. Because during that time, a lot of people, we all had a lot of time. A lot of people always wanted it. I was one of those people, and I finally got it. We finally got all that time. I had days where I didn't know what to do, but there's also a part of me that was challenging myself too, in regards to thinking about, okay, how can I best use this time right now? When people aren't utilizing it or being productive, how can I be productive? How can I use this time to better myself, to grow, and just to do things? And with that, I've also learned that it's okay to have days where I just rest, take a break from trying to grow, trying to heal from generational trauma from childhood, past hurt, wounds, working on my inner child and the internal work and all that stuff. It's okay to just take naps, rest, watch my Thai lock-ons, Korean dramas, and do other things that just pretty much lets me feel like I can reset, restart, and re-energize. And one of the things being going out in nature a lot more, which I love and I have done before, but not as much compared to summer of 2020. It's going to be something that I implement into my life somehow, some way, especially knowing that it's getting colder. Looking back, I didn't know what I was going to do, didn't know what's going to happen, and how I was going to get through this summer while also enjoying it too, because I wanted to have a fun, adventurous, and magical summer. Even with all the things that was happening, I still wanted to enjoy myself, have fun, while also being safe, but mainly have fun in my own ways. With all that time, I was really able to dive deep within myself, do a lot of the internal work, because just in general, I love bettering myself, growing as an individual, experiencing, learning more, and just transforming, as well as changing. Every single year, every day, every month, every year, we are no longer the same person. Changing is also a part of growing as well. I went out in nature a lot more. I took walks. I went boating. Hiking. Going down the stairs.
I'll go down all the stairs in the world. Go up one.
Watching the sunset. I read and wrote outside. Taking a break from just being on my phone constantly to entertain myself. Because I realized that touching my phone literally every day, or even from morning to nighttime, for me, it feels draining, and in a sense, I'm like on autopilot when I interact with people or do things, because I'm trying to look for entertainment or be entertained by my phone, which I also felt as though my energy was being put elsewhere, which made me feel even more drained. I had a lot of days where, I would just cry because it just happened. Sometimes I didn't know why. Other times it was because, I was missing someone. I felt lonely, or I felt fearful, worried, anxious about my life, about what else am I going to do with all this time, or even what am I going to do in life in general. Just trying to further figure out what is that something or things that I can do or want to do that feel more fulfilling. Some big things that I really practiced and worked on, which I'm still practicing and doing, is surrendering to the unknown, trusting the universe, and just letting go, working on less resistance, practicing being grounded, being present in this moment, because this moment is a moment we will never get back. And this moment also is what creates the future. It's scary to just let go and, again, think about the things that I can control and recognizing the things that I can't control. During that summer, I really learned that I can do it. And right now, I know that I can do it. It just takes time, but also it takes me putting in effort, being willing to do it. Practice, taking action, and doing it over and over until I get a little bit better at it, I've also learned that it's okay to feel my feelings. It's okay to feel fearful and to admit it and to say it, that I feel fearful, while just being gentle with myself, helping myself maneuver through those emotions, feelings, because it's all just an experience. It's not who I am, and it's not a forever thing as well. Even if it comes back, which it did, I still just take that moment to myself and just validate that this is how I feel, but encouraging myself to just know that it's going to be okay and that take it one step at a time. I got more courageous, got more out of my comfort zone. I started my own podcast, which is called Humanly Connected. And that's on pause for now, but, well, I'm figuring something out with it, because I feel called to do some more things right now, for the time being, which, I don't regret doing it. And I'm very grateful that I had the courage to do it, to actually do and start my own podcast. Life has become so much more magical and so much more beautiful, even with the feelings and emotions of feeling fearful, of anxiety, doubt, and more. I've come to really just figure out how to help myself in moments like that and maneuver through it while validating how I feel, accepting how I feel, but also knowing that, hey, I'm gonna get through this and I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. And just, meditating, that really has helped me. I have been able to feel more calm, more at ease, but also just more aligned with myself. I've fallen in love with life more. And I've fallen in love with myself more too. And I gotta say, there was some kind of beautiful, magical, mysterious, divine timing, romance with someone, a beautiful human, a beautiful soul that I met online who lives in a different state. And I don't know, it was a shocker. Because for me, I did not envision myself to be with someone or even want to be in a committed relationship with someone long distance, but it happened and I'm just really grateful. And I'm very grateful that I got to meet that beautiful soul because, you know, in such a short amount of time, but also when we first talked and had the conversations that we had, he was the first person ever to just make me feel heard, make me feel seen, and most of all, make me feel really understood. Like, even though I was saying what I was saying, he saw more behind the words that came out of my mouth. And I hope this does it justice, but I don't think so. I don't know how to explain it, but I tried. You know, I cried a lot because I was like, oh my gosh, I finally met someone who makes me feel seen, heard, and who just understands what I'm saying, where I'm coming from, just understands me. It felt incredible. It was that deep soul connection, feeling as though I've met him or like I've known him all my life. He felt so familiar, so familiar. Even though I just met him for the first time, I literally felt like he's special. And, you know, I'm just really grateful for him. And he means a lot to me. There's divine timing. And the universe just also works in mysterious, magical ways. Legit. I love it. Also, the surrendering and letting go part really helps too. Other things I did was try to exercise. There were days where I accomplished it, and many weeks where I just stopped. Yeah. But you know, I tried finding some kind of balance, routine, or schedule that would work. And if, you know, it worked for a while and it didn't work afterwards, I was flexible with that and just tried something else. And I'm becoming more just okay with things like that because sometimes it is what it is. Some things may not work after a month or a year and I just have to do something else. You know, even if it was a hard day or a day full of magic, adventure, good feelings from when I woke up in the morning from the time I fell asleep on my bed. I also practice gratitude, reminding myself and even thinking about, as well as saying it out loud, what am I grateful for? What can I be grateful for today, right now? I did a lot of internal work. A lot. Doing the work when it comes to investing my own energy and time into me for myself. Healing takes effort, work, and willingness, as well as discipline. But also knowing that it's okay to take breaks too. That was one heck of a summer. Thank you, summer of 2020, because I wouldn't change a thing at all. Nothing. Cheers to being 23.